everybody and welcome back to my channel. So it's the time of the month again to pick my TBR for the next month. So it's time to pick September's TBR. I'm doing my trusty TBR jar again, but it's different now because I took out all of my old prompts that I didn't really like anymore, and I've added a bunch of new ones. We've got some really good new prompts in here now. So let's pick out, I'm thinking between 6 and 8 books for September. So prompt number 1. I'll let you guys see first, and then so I'll put down. Yeah, I think it is a book published in the last 2 years. Okay, let's see what books I've got that were published in the last couple of years. Okay, so for the prompt, book published in the past 2 years, I went with Unsteady by Peyton Corrin. This is a sports romance that follows a hockey player and a figure skater, and basically he had an accident that left him with a concussion, and he's now too scared to get back on the ice and has a panic attack every time he tries. And his name is Reese, and then the female main character is called Sadie, and she witnesses one of his panic attacks, and they form a kind of understanding with each other, which is what I got off from reading the back of the book. And this sounds really good. It sounds exactly like my kind of book, and it also kind of gives similar vibes to Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, which is one of my favorite books I really loved. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. Prompt number 2. A romance by a new to me author. Okay, I think I have a couple of them on my shelf, so let me have a look. Okay, so a romance by a new to me author, I've gone with Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I've been wanting to read an Abby Jimenez book for a long time, and I just haven't. So this is a perfect opportunity to add this to my TBR. So this book follows Alexis Montgomery and Daniel Grant, and she is a very sophisticated city girl who is a doctor, and he is a hot carpenter who's 10 years younger than her, and it's just the story follows her struggling between trying to figure out what she wants to do with her life, because her parents want her to be this big time surgeon, and she wants to just be a normal ER doctor, and she doesn't know how to combine their worlds because there's no way she can fit him into hers, but she wonders if she could fit into his, and it just sounds really, really good, and I'm really looking forward to reading this. Okay, time for prompt number 3. A book I keep skipping over. Okay, so a book basically that I keep avoiding reading. Let's have a look because I'm sure there's quite a few. Okay, so for a book that I keep skipping over, I've gone with 1,000 Broken Pieces by Tilly Cole. I read the first book in this series, 1,000 Boy Kisses, last year, and I really enjoyed it. It's such a heartbreaking book. I genuinely really loved it, so I've been looking forward to reading this one for a while. I think this one's set 3 years after the events of the first book, and it follows Poppy's sister, Savannah. And I know Em has read this, and she said she really loved it, and well, I tend to really enjoy the books that Em recommends to me, so this is book number 3 on my TBR, and I'm very much looking forward to reading this. Okay, book number 4. Close your eyes and pick a book at random. Okay, I will keep my camera on so you guys can see me doing this. Let me just set you up better so you can see me properly. Okay, I've pushed you guys back a little bit so you can see my bookshelves a bit better. I'm gonna close my eyes and point to a shelf, and when I open my eyes and see what shelf I've pointed to, and then once I've done that, I'm gonna go off that shelf and go across and just, see from there. So Eyes closed, let's pick. Okay, so I've gone with this shelf down here. Let's zoom in a bit and then I'll close my eyes again and pick another random book. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes again and just run my hand across the shelf and hope to see what I land on. Okay, I can't do that one because that's a book I've read. But I can do the one next to it because my hand was also kind of on that. And we have another Tilly Cole book. So apparently, September is the month of sadness because I have another Tilly Cole book added to this. This is A Wish for Us by Tilly Cole. I don't really know what this one is about. Let's just have a quick read of the back. So it says, Cromwell Dean is a rising star in the British music scene. Broody, talented and handsome, thousands of people adore him. But no one knows him, not really, until he meets her, the girl in the purple dress, late one night on a beach in Brighton, never to see each other again. When Cromwell leaves England for college in South Carolina, the last person he expects to run into is her. Bonnie Faraday knows Cromwell is bad news, but something draws her to him. He's the beat that makes her heart skip, and she's the light to his darkness. But when a shadow falls across her fragile heart, it's up to him to keep her strong, with a symphony only he can compose and a love only they can share. Okay, that sounds like it's good, but it's also probably going to break my heart because I know Em burst into tears while she was reading this. I'm scared. Okay, let's see if I can get a happy book now. Prompt number 5. With this one. A book from a genre I don't read often. Okay, I already know which book I'm picking for this. All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I don't tend to normally read crime thriller kind of books, but I'm obsessed with this series. I loved book 1 and 2 in this series. I preferred book 2 to book 1, and I can't wait to dive more into this story and with these characters, because I know from Ida that this book and the next one follow 2 of the characters who I love from the first 2 books, so this is very exciting and I'm very excited to read this. This is book 3 in the actual series. Okay, so I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. I think I'm going to do 3 more. Let's go with this one that stuck to my hand and is already partially unfolded. A book you've talked about reading but haven't. Oh, there's a lot of books I've talked about reading but haven't read. Indigo Ridge by Devney Perry. I've been wanting to read this for so long, and even though I've not brought it up on my channel too much, I've been constantly saying to my friends that I really, really want to read this book. So I think this has to be the pick for this prompt, because I've been talking about reading Indigo Ridge for a while. I've been really excited to read this series because I've heard so many good things about it. It's apparently a romance with a bit of a like mystery aspect added into it, and it just sounds absolutely perfect. So this is book number 6 on the TBR, so we just need to pick my last 2. Time for our last 2 prompts. So let's go with this one that's already fallen open. I didn't see what it said though, luckily, so you guys will still see first. A book with a dark and moody cover. Okay, I have a few options for this. Okay, I was picking between two options, but I think the one I'm going to go for is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. This was gifted to me at Christmas, and I've heard a lot of good things about this book. A lot of people really seem to like it. Do I know anything about it? Absolutely not. But it looks good, and I've heard a lot of really good reviews on it, so I'm gonna give it a try. It looks like it's one that's very much out of my comfort zone, but we will see. But that is book number 7 on the TBR. Now let's pick our last book. Mix up the jar a little bit, and then I'm gonna go with this one. A book over 500 pages. Okay, let's see what books I have that are over 500 pages. Actually, you guys can search with me. Okay. I definitely know House of Flame and Shadow is over 500 pages, but that's been on my TBR for the last few months, and I still haven't read it. But maybe I should add it again and then see if this is actually the month that I do read it. I know The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is, but I don't really want to read that one yet because I have a vlog in mind for what I want to do with this book. So I think we're just going to have to keep up with the repeat offender of the last few TBRs and go with House of Flame and Shadow. Look, I really love the Crescent City series and I've really wanted to read this book, but I've been in a slump for the last couple of months and I haven't read it. And this book is definitely over 500 pages. This one is, oh geez, trying not to spoil anything for myself. Keep going. 835. So I would definitely say that is definitely over 500 pages. So I'm gonna have to rejig my TBR basket because there's no way this is squeezing in, and I'm gonna have to like move a couple of books around. So give me a minute while I quickly do that. Okay, this TBR basket is falling everywhere, but this is the TBR we have for September. So we have Unsteady by Peyton Corrin, Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, 1,000 Broken Pieces by Tilly Cole, A Wish for Us by Tilly Cole, All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, Indigo Ridge by Devaney Perry, House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J Maas, and One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I think this is a very good TBR. It's a good mix of fantasy and romance and contemporary books, and like it's got like a little crime thriller in there. So this is a very good TBR. I really hope I can actually read this entire TBR in September because these are all books I am looking forward to reading, if not scared to read a couple of them. But yeah, that is the TBR for September, and thank you for watching this first video back after my little hiatus. As you all know, if you saw my post, I took a little bit of a break for a few weeks just because I was going through some creative burnout and I had a couple of things going on personally that I just wanted to sort through in my head. But I'm now back and my TBR is now picked for September and I'm out of my reading slump finally. So yeah, perfect little TBR sorted, and that is it for this. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment and subscribe and hit that little notification bell below so you know when I upload. I have a new upload schedule now. I upload every Wednesday at 5 p.m. and then every Saturday at 4 p.m. with a reading vlog. But that is it for this week. I will catch you guys next time.